Hello, ladies. Welcome to your program, and welcome to Module 1, and welcome to your first video. Oh my gosh. Come on in, ladies. I don't know how many of you are going to be joining me live today and how many of you will be watching the replay. In all cases, I'm so excited to have you here. Nermin, you made it. Ladies, comment in the comment below so that I know that you're here. Otherwise, I actually don't know who's watching. So, welcome. I don't know how long it took you to get here. I don't know if you've been following me for years or following me for 9 days during the class. Whatever it is, the important thing is you're here, and we are here together on this second day of your transformation. And I couldn't be more excited to be on this journey with you. I'm so excited for what you are going to experience. I'm so excited that I get to be a part of it. It's always very exciting for me whenever there's a new group, because each group has their own energy and each group has their own concerns, and each group bonds together in a different way, and I get to watch all of that and I get to be a part of all of that. So thank you, because that's what makes my job so amazing. Nermin, hi then. I have 30 minutes now, then we'll watch the rest of the video tonight, no problem. Hi Reda, hi Eya, hi Julia, welcome. It is day 2 of your program. It is module 1 of your program. It is the first 2 weeks of your program. You should be incredibly excited and definitely worried, definitely scared, definitely nervous. 100% normal for you to be feeling all the feels today. All the feelings, all the feels, everything. And every single emotion is valid, and every single emotion is serving a purpose right now. It's telling you something. It's telling you what you need to pay attention to. It's telling you where you might be focusing on in terms of, are you focusing on your limitations right now? Is it all the resistance to what's about to happen that's really taking your energy and your focus? Or are you really focused on the potential of all of this? Are you really focused on all the opportunity that's going to come out of all of this? Neither one of them today is wrong. Neither one of them is more right. Today is the day where you take stock. As we move forward and as we understand how your mind works and how mindset works, I want you then to really not just pay attention to what are you focusing on today. Are you really focused on how this is not going to work? On how this is going to be super difficult, on how you don't have time for this, on how you're a busy mom and working woman that you're just going to have to juggle everything and that's going to be a challenge and potentially it's all going to fall apart? Or are you focusing on the opportunity for this and how you're going to prioritize this and how you're going to make it work because you want to be pain-free, you want to be symptom-free? Which one? So you're going to start to learn to pay attention to these every single morning. Are you fighting for your limitations today, or are you fighting for your opportunities today? And we're never going to stop. The limitations and the resistance never go away. And every time you sort of overcome one, a new one shows up. That's just life. That just means you're evolving. You get to one level and you're like, right, I'm done. Overcame that. I'm good. No more resistance there. But then you reach a new level of health, a new level in your life, or like if you work, right? If you get a promotion, like you think, oh, I did it. I got that promotion. But then you're faced with a whole new set of challenges. And that just means you're evolving as a human being. It's never going to change. But start to pay attention, all right? Hi, Nermin. So a couple of housekeeping points before we start today. Make sure that you have access to your modules. Some of you didn't. We've been, working on it behind the scenes. Hopefully that's all clear for everybody. Make sure you can access your modules if you haven't tried to yet. In terms of the technicalities, you should be getting access to module by module by module. You're going to have a new module every 2 weeks. So you got one yesterday. You won't be getting another one for another 2 weeks. So don't jump the gun. Don't try to see what we're going to do next. I need you focused on one module at a time, on one concept at a time, on one idea. Like, what is the focus for the next 2 weeks? Don't jump the gun. You might have noticed, as I've also told you before, we're not doing nutrition at all for the whole month. So the first 2 modules are nothing but mindset work, tapping into your emotional state, decluttering your mind, decluttering your home, creating a system for yourself, creating schedules for yourself. We're creating a foundation. We're not just going to jump into a food, teaching you how to eat clean or eat in a way that's going to reverse your symptoms if we haven't looked at the most important things in your life, which is your primary foods and basic logistics, like just set up your daily life so that it supports you and doesn't hold you back. So make sure you're getting the modules. The other really, really important thing in this program is this group. So every Monday is where I'm going to come in and have this video. I apologize for the confusion because I have two groups and it was a typo in the emails. I have one group at 3, one group at 4. Your group is every Monday at 3 o'clock. It's not going to change for the duration of the program. Monday at 3 p.m. is your live video. You either watch it live or you watch the replay. At the end of each video, I'm going to upload the replays and put it under guides in the group so that you have easy access to them all in one place. And these will stay here on the group for the duration of the program. Participation in this group is key. Here, this is where I interact with you. This is where I coach you. This is where I guide you. This is where I answer all of your questions. You're going to see in the next few days as I start posting the questions and I start posing the questions and I start having you think, I need you to give me feedback. I can't coach you and I can't help you if I don't know what you need help with. Basically, in a nutshell. So if I don't know what your particular concern is, I cannot then give you the specific help that you need. And that's what this group is for. And this is a really, really important reminder for all of you. This is a safe space. This is a confidential space. Anything that I say in this group, anything that any of you say in this group, you've all signed the program agreement. I'm legally bound to never reveal anything that you share with me. And the same applies to all of you. Please don't ever repeat or share or screenshot anything that is said in this group unless it's something general, like if I share a post and you find it inspiring, or I share, an explanation of something that you think is going to benefit someone, by all means. But somebody's comment, somebody's post, somebody's question, all of that is off limits. What's also off limits is any kind of judgment. Not that I think anybody in this group is going to judge anybody, but this is a safe space for all of you to come in here and be able to speak freely about your feelings, about your concerns, about your challenges, about the resistance, about the lack of support in your life, about where the issues might be in your life. So it is a sacred, safe space, and I ask that all of you respect that, please, and I'm sure you will. So to that point, I need you to show up for me. I need you to be visible for me. I need you to come in and say, here's what I'm struggling with. You asked us to do this week. You asked us to journal this week. I'm not going to ask you to share the personal points in your journaling, but if something comes up in your journaling and it's sort of an aha moment or it's a breakthrough, I want you to share it with me and the group, because not only then are you going to get the support and guidance from me, you're going to inspire and potentially help somebody else in this group. Because I promise you, if there's something that you're thinking about or something that you're worried about or something that you're struggling with, you're not the only one. Probably all the women in this group are struggling in some kind of similar way. So a function of this group is support and accountability and motivation, motivating each other. So please, if for some of you, I know there's more, some you might be more extroverted, some of you are more introverted, so the sharing piece might be more challenging for some of you than others, but remember that it's a safe space. Remember that there's no judgment. Remember that trying to, I don't want to say push yourself out of your comfort zone, gently nudge yourself with this until you're more comfortable with it. That's how you're going to get results. That's how you're going to get results. And you're going to get results by me really understanding you and what your concerns are. Having said that, if there's something absolutely private and you've checked in with yourself and you've tried and you really are not comfortable sharing it on the group, send me an email or send me a WhatsApp. I shared my WhatsApp number. Send me an email. Please do not message me as of today onwards on Messenger or on Instagram, because chances are high I might miss your message. So email me. That's where I can easily track a conversation. It doesn't get lost. I don't forget it. I go back and find it. So make sure that that's your, after this group, that's the preferred method of communication. I am available between 12 p.m. and 6 p.m. daily. I've been available before that, yesterday and today, as we're sort of getting the loose ends together, arranging everybody's technical difficulties. But after that, I'm available from 12 to 6 p.m. to answer all your questions, and then Sunday through Thursday. So I'm off for the weekend. All right. What do I want to say? So one of the ways that I'm going to be helping you and supporting you in the group, you're going to see through the posts that are coming up, is I'll be tagging you. So if it's every day, I'm going to share 2 things with you that I need you to let me know that you've completed. One is a journal prompt. So you're going to see it started already today. 6 a.m. every day, you're going to get a journal prompt from me. I'll explain that in a minute. And then at noon every day, you're going to get another prompt from me to check in that you've completed your goal setting exercise. Again, I'm going to explain that. So I'm going to tag you. If you haven't checked in on your own and said, right, this is done for today, this is complete for today, I will tag you. Not because you're in school and I'm your teacher and I'm like, you need to do this now. And not because to out you in front of the rest of the group if you haven't done it. And it's not to bring a spotlight on anybody. I'm doing it as a form of accountability. And I'm going to keep doing it because you're new to this journey. You're new to the journey of self-care. You're new to the journey of prioritizing yourself. You're new to maybe being held accountable by somebody who's not your boss. So what I do by just tagging you is just a gentle reminder. And it basically, in my mind, it translates, have you taken care of yourself today? So when I tag you under the journal prompt, it's not like, have you done your homework? No, it's have you taken care of yourself today? When I tag you in the post for the goal setting exercise, it's a gentle reminder. Have you focused on your goal today? So I don't want anybody to get upset or to get offended if you find me tagging you all the time. It's also a way to make sure you are always front of mind for yourself. And then you're going to find yourself, maybe a few weeks in, I'm going to make sure that I check in before Dana checks and before Dana tags me, which is amazing, which is what I want to happen. And then life has ups and downs. And as women, we have so many different responsibilities. I will always tag every single day anybody who hasn't checked in. So even on the days where you are, maybe one of your kids is not well. Maybe you're not well. Maybe you have a really rough day at work. I will still tag you. Slowly, gently bring your attention back to you, because I know how powerful these exercises are and how grounding they are and how they can help you function in other areas of your life. So that's just a heads up. So no hard feelings when I tag, because I'm helping you reprogram how you prioritize yourself and how you take care of yourself. So that visibility, you need to be visible to me. Like I can't emphasize enough. I really can't help you if you don't literally say, here's what's going on with me. Let me know what it is I need to do, support me and guide me. All right, so module 1, as you might have all, maybe you haven't, some of you had technical difficulties, you literally just got access to your modules literally 15 minutes ago. That's fine, all cool. You have 2 weeks to complete module 1. When I say you have 2 weeks to complete module 1, that doesn't mean that what I'm teaching you in module 1, once you've done it for 2 weeks, it's over and you drop it and you focus on module 2. The exercises in module 1 are basically the practices you're going to keep doing indefinitely, right? You might have ups and downs, but the journaling and setting a goal and all of that, that's ongoing. The parts of module 1 where they're like an assignment and you complete would be something called the Circle of Life, and the other thing is called a vision board. So those are, you finish it, you complete it once you're done. We do a check-in with them periodically, reevaluate them, but they're not a daily practice. The daily practice is going to be your journaling. And this is a key part of this program because it is about communicating with yourself, tapping into yourself, tapping into your feelings, tapping into your thoughts. Next week, I'm going to teach you an exercise that's not in your modules. I had to teach it to you on video about how to understand your thoughts and how to transform your thoughts. But first you have to understand, and like, what are the thoughts I'm having? Like, what are the thoughts I'm having on a daily basis? What are the feelings I'm having on a daily basis? So that's what the journaling practice is for. It's not meant to be something that takes hours. On the contrary, it can literally take you 10 minutes every morning. The reason we do it in the morning is because it's clearing. You want to clear whatever thoughts you've woken up with from the night before, whether that's thoughts of, what I have to do today, what's my responsibilities today, or negative thoughts. Maybe you had a negative experience the day before. Maybe you had a difficult conversation with somebody. Maybe just this day is just overwhelming for you. We don't want to start every day like this, and we don't want to go through every day like this, holding on to those feelings of overwhelm or holding on to those feelings of sadness or frustration or whatever it is. And the best way to clear yourself before you start your day, it doesn't mean that the circumstances that created those feelings are necessarily going to change. It means that you're just going to take the step to clear your energy around the situation. And it happens with journaling. It might not happen on your first day or second day. It is a practice that takes practice in order for you to start to see the results. But you have to start somewhere. And so the first part of your journal, it's set up into a few sections. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to literally do a brain dump of your thoughts. Literally. Like, you're just going to do, I woke up today and here's what I'm feeling. Blah, 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 blah. Could be like a complete stream of consciousness. It doesn't have to make any sense. It doesn't have to be complete sentences. Maybe you prefer bullet points. All you're doing is taking what's in your head and putting it on a piece of paper. Because when you do that, you get it out of your head and you put it somewhere else. You want to do that for a couple of pages at least, because usually the first page is frustration and negatives and confusion and overwhelm. And by the time you just keep writing, by the time you get to the second or the third page, you reach some kind of clarity. You either get clarity around whether this is something that really needs your attention and here's the solution, or you realize how much you might be really blowing this up in your head and it's not worth all the headspace that it's taking. There's no right or wrong. And typically what happens if you're new to this practice is, and this is what happened to me, the first experience with journaling is a lot of cursing, like a lot of cuss words, like cursing somebody, thinking and speaking badly about somebody in your head. You just feel like you just need to let it out because it's not something that you can do in person. So if that happens, that's perfectly fine. Let it flow and let it out. After that, you're going to do a gratitude list. So after you do a brain dump and you see sort of, oh my God, like this is really how I feel about my life, or this is really how I feel about my spouse, or this is really how I feel about my boss, we want to go back to what's working in your life, like what's really good in your life. Because we're so focused on everything that's not working all the time, we lose sight of things that are working already, and not just working already, but working really well for us, things that are like blessings in our life. So every day you're going to make a gratitude list of 10 things. And this can be a really, really easy exercise, because all you do is you can fall into the trap of just repeating the same lists every single day. I'm grateful for my healthy kids. I'm grateful for my relationship. I'm grateful for having food on the table. I'm grateful for the roof over my head. Amazing. And you can start with that. Definitely, we always need to remind ourselves of the basics that we have that we might overlook. But as you get more competent in this exercise, I want you to think of more specifics in your life. Maybe you had a conversation with somebody that day that really made a difference to you. Maybe you saw a post on social media that, instead of getting you riled up and getting you all angry about something, calmed you down and really helped you. So you would put that on a gratitude list. Think in more specifics. I know at the beginning it's going to be very general, but this is all something for you just to keep in mind as you go through this process. Then you're going to do affirmations. So part of understanding how your mind works, we're going to do the brain dump when you're just going to put down your reflections. And then that's just sort of an automatic process. Like, here's what's in my head. I'm going to put it down on paper. Affirmations are your first step to controlling your thoughts. Because they just run. Believe it or not, you have like 60 to 80,000 thoughts a day that literally just run amok in your head. You have no idea what they are, and yet you're listening to them. So affirmations is sort of the introductory level mindset work, where you're going to choose, and I give you a list in the module. You don't have to create these affirmations. I don't need you to do more work. I've literally given you a list where you can go in and choose the ones that resonate most where you are right now. All of you, you're all on a different journey. You're not all specifically in the same place. You're not all, your goals are different. What needs balanced in your life right now is different for all of you. So the affirmations that you're going to find in the module cater to different needs. So choose the ones that really, really resonate for you from where you are right now. These you're not going to change every day. So let's say you choose 3 affirmations that really, really resonate with you. You're going to write and you're going to repeat to yourself in your journal every single day the same ones. So the reflections every day is going to be different. The gratitude list might be the same for a little bit until you start to pay attention to more specifics in your life. The affirmations will stay the same until you feel like you've embodied them for real. Until you feel like, yeah, I've got it. That's it. I really, really do everything lovingly for my body. I'm done with that affirmation. I've embodied it. Living it is effortless. I've gone to another level. Let me see where I need support right now. Then you might go and choose another affirmation. But if you need to stay with the same affirmation for the whole 10 weeks of the program, then you stay with it. So that one doesn't change after you choose the few initial ones. And then we have the mindset reframe. So this part of your journaling experience, you're going to complete, or you're going to start to implement after you've done your Circle of Life exercise. Some of you might have a goal right off the top of your head and you know exactly what you want to be focusing on for the next 10 weeks. Some of you might need a little bit of help looking at your life and determining. The goals I want you to create for the mindset reframe exercise are not health related. So I don't want your goal to be, I want to lose 8 kilos. I want to stop having arthritis pains. I want to get rid of my psoriasis. No, you're in this program already. The default setting of this program is you're going to get rid of psoriasis. You're going to get rid of your autoimmune eventually, right? Not necessarily in the 10 weeks. So I don't want that to be a goal. That's already built into the program. I want you to think of a goal for yourself that is a personal desire, a personal ambition, something you've always wanted to do for yourself, but you've just put on the side burner because it's not important, right? It's not the right time. You have other things that are, way more important than you. I want you to take some time to think about this one. So even if you're going to start your journaling practice tomorrow, you won't necessarily have the goal in order for you to start implementing the mindset reframe. And this is where the coaching is going to come in every day. So after a few days and after you've done your Circle of Life exercise, you might not still have any clue what kind of a goal you have. This is the perfect example of when you would come into the group and say, Dana, I don't know what my goal is. I can't formulate a goal. And then together, we're going to have a chat, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and I will help you formulate a goal. Once you have your goal is when you can go in and plug it into this mindset reframe. If you've seen it in the module, basically it's 7 or 8 statements. I am, I can, I will, I love, I enjoy. You're going to plug your goal into the same goal. So you're not going to create a different goal for each statement. It's the same goal. And this is a way, again, like the affirmations, to train your brain, to train your mind to focus on what you want to happen in your life. And that's the one that I will tag you on also daily once I know that you have your goal. So in the morning, I'll tag you in the journal prompt, and then at midday, I'll prompt you in the mindset reframe exercise. So the journal prompt is meant to help you. So let's say, again, in your module, I walk you through how to journal, and I've just explained it. But let's say there's one day that you're really stuck, like nothing is flowing. Like you just wake up and you're just writer's block. There's nothing for you to say. Every morning, I'm going to give you a prompt to help you, something to think about. and then you can just write down your thought about the journal prompt that I've shared. It's also something extra you can do. So let's say you did the reflections, you did everything, you're good, and you want to do like a little bit deeper. So the journal prompts aren't random. So let's say you want to go a little bit deeper in your journal that day, come in and check on the group and look at that morning's journal prompt, and you can add that to your journal. So it's there to serve two purposes. Either as like a bonus, like an extra for the day, and if you are really, you can't think of anything, you can't tap into your thoughts or your feelings that day, then it gives you something to think about. In all cases, I'm just going to use that post to tag you to make sure you've done the journaling in the morning, and then you're going to see a mindset reframe tag post at midday. I'm going to tag that to make sure that you've done that exercise every day. But obviously, if you haven't formulated your goal yet, and we'll do that this week, you can't do that part until you've done it. That's basically it for these first 2 weeks. So you'll do your circle of life. You'll find that also in there. You'll do your vision board, and you'll get busy with your journaling. Very busy with your journaling, because especially if you're new to it, it can feel a little bit overwhelming. It can take a lot longer in the first few days. It can take you maybe 30 minutes to actually sit someplace quietly, sit in a quiet space in your home where you can tap into your thoughts. Once you get into the habit of it, you can literally, do that download, do the gratitude list, do the affirmations. You can do that in 15 minutes if you want to. So there's no right or wrong. Some of you have the time. Maybe you want to spend 30 minutes to 45 minutes writing. Some of you don't. If you absolutely have no time to do it in the morning, working moms maybe, the other option that has worked well in the past for my working moms, working ladies, is that they do it right when they get to their office. So if you can't do it before you leave the home, if it's, you're still trying to get into that rhythm, then right when you get to your office, take 15, 20 minutes where basically journal. Like set yourself up before you start your work day if you can't set it up before you start your whole day. All right? That's basically it for module 1 in terms of, you'll notice in each module we have an emotional section where we do the emotional work, and the physical section where we focus on the physical, like obviously your hormones, your pains, and all of that. So the physical part for module 1 is where I'm re-explaining sort of what I did in the 9-day class, a little bit deeper, the causes of hormonal imbalance. So what you need to do, and this is an example of something you're going to do once, so it's an exercise you're going to do once, is just identify, if you didn't do it in the 9 days, you're going to do it again in all cases. Identify which set of hormones is the one that's imbalanced for you, and identify your symptoms. And that's all that you're going to do for the physical part in module 1. All right. And then at the end of each module, there's a homework section. At the end of every 2 weeks, we're going to repost that homework section in the group. And on top of tagging you every single day, did you journal? Did you do the mindset reframe exercise? Every 2 weeks, I'm going to tag you to make sure that you've completed the little homework section at the end of each module. And I'm going to ask you to share what your takeaways were from each module. All right. Anybody have any questions for me, ladies, as we start this new phase of your life, as we start this adventure for you? I am here, like I said, there's no question that's silly. So if you think your question is silly, drop it. There's no question that's silly. There's no question that's repetitive. There's nothing that I haven't heard before. I'm not here to judge you. I'm not here to do anything except support you. That's it. 100% support you in whichever way you need support. And I'm here to see your blind spots, because that's what coaching is. I'm here to see your blind spots. And you all signed the agreement right when you signed up for the program. Go back and reread it in case you haven't. What you signed on to is to be coachable, because you cannot make the changes. You cannot create the transformation if you don't allow yourself to be coachable. And being coachable means you might find yourself uncomfortable at times. And if you find yourself uncomfortable, then that's probably what you need to be doing. If I ask you to do something and you feel uncomfortable, then it's because it's the thing that you need to do. It means it's getting you out of your comfort zone. A whole bunch of questions. Hang on. Aya, what is the vision board? So all of this is in your module. Aya, go back and look. Vision board is basically you're going to create, once you have your goal, and once you've done your circle of life, and once you are sort of seeing yourself differently, you're going to create a visual for how you want your life to unfold. And again, there's no right or wrong answer. So on the vision board, you can either do a physical, old-fashioned vision board where you get a big poster board, cut out pictures from a magazine, download pictures and print them. And it can just be basically things you love, places you want to visit. It can be inspirational quotes. I want you to put a picture of yourself and your name in the center of it, and then just fill it with things that inspire you, things that you see yourself doing, places that you see yourself going, things that you see yourself becoming. Put it all on there to inspire you. If you also want to do a digital version, what you can do with the digital version basically is create one, and I give you the link in the module, something canva.com. You can upload pictures and create a digital version that if you're someone like me and you're on your computer all day, use it as a screensaver, because the whole point of the vision board is you actually look at it every day. You look at the things you want to see in your life. You see them so that they become part of your subconscious thinking. So you can either create a physical one, put it where you're going to see it every single day, or you can create a digital one that you're going to use as a screensaver, maybe on your phone, maybe on your laptop, so that again, you see it every single day. Basma, is club soda or sparkling water? Okay, so no questions about nutrition this month, ladies. We're not talking about nutrition this month. If you're drinking club soda, if you're drinking sparkling water, you're drinking your coffee, you're eating your bread, you're eating your cheese, keep doing it. Keep doing it. That's not our focus. When we get to module 3 in 4 weeks, we are going to be heavily focused on food, and that's where we'll do all the food things. But to answer your question, Basma, no sparkling water. Eventually, it creates an imbalance in the digestive system. But this is not, you don't need to change it now. You don't need to stop it now. We'll do that in module 3. Julia, hi Dana, can you have more than one goal? I want one focus. I don't want because you get what you focus on, right? You get what you focus on. What you focus on grows. So if you have more than one, that means your focus is a little bit scattered. We don't want your focus scattered. So if you need help deciding which one is better for you, again, this is the perfect coachable moment. Share on the group and we can determine which of the two, or I don't know how many more you have than one, we can determine which is the one that's going to support you better. Now, you can then reach that one and have the second one sort of on the waiting list, right? Like, I'm going to complete this one, done, complete, let me go on to the next, by all means. But focus on one at a time. Because also, your brain, we're going to talk about that next week, if you tell it, I don't know what your goal is. Let's just say, I want to leave my corporate job and start my own business. And I want to learn how to cook and make a delicious gourmet meal every single night, just for argument's sake. Your brain's going to freak out. It's like, I can't do all of this at the same time. I can't help you figure out a way to leave your job and create a new business and do what you love, and then also have you come home every day and get creative in the kitchen and create gourmet, healthy meals. It's going to shut down your brain. And we want your brain to work for you as much as possible and to set you up for success as much as possible. We don't want it to panic and freak out, because it does anyway. Even with one goal, it's going to freak out and panic. So one goal only, focus, finish, add the next one. Nirmeen, so the journal is thought dumping, then gratitude, then affirmations. Yes, and then the last part is the mindset reframe exercise. That's the last thing you do. But that part you can't do until you have a goal. Everything else you can start from tomorrow morning. Marwa, I came in late. Will this video be uploaded later? All the videos are saved, every single one that I do, and they will all be saved under guides, Marwa, the same way that I did for the 9-day class in the other group. Nirmeen, I'm still not clear on the goal setting. Nirmeen, go read the module. I explain how to set a goal, and you're going to see the mindset reframe exercise in there. If you have no idea, then complete the circle of life exercise. And in all cases, you're all going to share your circle of life with me on the group. When I see your circle of life and I see the different areas of your life and how you've rated them, then we can go in and I can help you formulate a goal if you absolutely have no idea. So there's steps to this. Either you know, right, I know the goal, let's do it. You're unsure, You might have a couple of goals. Come in and ask me. You have no idea. Complete the Circle of Life exercise first. Share it with me and we'll take it from there. All right? Ghada, sorry, I have to write how I feel, what I want to be. Ghada, if you're talking about the journaling, yeah. What you're feeling that day. What are the thoughts in your head that day? What do you wake up worried about? Maybe you're repeating situations, circumstances in your life, conversations you've had with people. All of that can go in your journal as a brain dump. Diana, hello Diana, can you give us a brief about the meals and what is allowed to eat between them? Diana, there is no meals right now. You had messaged me before. There's no meals at all. We're not doing meal plans in month 1 at all. I need you, Diana, please to go and make sure you're looking at the right program. So all of you got access to 2 programs. You got access to the Hormone Reset program, which is this, and you also got access to another program called the Hormone Healing Inner Circle membership, which you all got as a bonus for signing up for the Hormone Reset program. So when you go into the member site, don't get confused and don't go into the Hormone Healing Inner Circle modules. Don't look at that program at all yet. That's a bonus program that you can do later on your own. I need you to look at the modules for the Hormone Reset program, Diana. And there's no meal plan at all. So I know you're asking about meal plans because you're looking at the other program. Leave that program, go into Hormone Reset Level 1 and read module 1 there and follow the instructions there. There's no meal plan yet. We focus on mindset, journaling, self-care, prioritizing yourself, learning how to take care of yourself, and then we do the food in module 3. All right? Yasmin, can I create it on Pinterest? Of course, yes, the vision board, Pinterest, Canva, or the old-fashioned way. Ghada, what if the goal is taking time to achieve? So the point of the goal is not that you complete it within the time frame of the program. The point of you formulating a goal is for you to allow yourself to think bigger, allow yourself to dream. And if you complete the goal in the 10 weeks, amazing. If it's ongoing and you know it's going to take you 6 months to complete, still amazing. But I need you to have the goal. All right? Basma, why are we communicating on Facebook and not on WhatsApp? I have never, ever done a WhatsApp group, Basma. Never. All my groups in the past 9 years have been on Facebook. This is where I can post I share a lot of things here, inspirational posts, quotes. I do the videos. Everything gets stored, so you have access to it. So I don't do WhatsApp groups ever. You do, however, have access to my WhatsApp in case there's something really personal that you want to ask me that you don't want to share on the group. All right? All right, ladies. Any other questions before I leave you today? Reminder that our videos are every Monday at 3 p.m. and they're automatically recorded, and then I will upload them and put them under guides in the group. You take your time reading. You have 2 weeks. 2 weeks to complete module 1. Reading through it, take your time formulating the questions you have for me. Like I said, there's no question that is silly or stupid or dumb or whatever. None of it, okay? I'm here to support you and guide you. More than anything, please make yourself visible to me. Share your concerns with me. You're here to transform, and transformation is not going to happen by you hiding. Can't hide. It's not going to happen. The transformation won't happen if you are shy or if you're embarrassed or if you don't want to come out and say what's actually happening for you. I can't, I'm here and I'm in the group and I'm available, but I'm not a mind reader. So as good as I am, and I'm really, really good at what I do, I can't read your minds. I can definitely from your posts feel an energy. I'm very intuitive, but if you don't share anything, I have nothing to go on. So share with me. If you're absolutely not comfortable and it's really private, send me a WhatsApp or send me an email, but make yourself known and visible to me in whichever way that you can. All right? Basma, so the communication is texting through Facebook or on this group, Basma. So not Facebook Messenger, either on the group or in an email or WhatsApp me privately. So we don't have a WhatsApp group, but you can WhatsApp me privately. Your first option is always on the group, because when you have a question, chances are high somebody else has the same question. So when I answer it for you, I'm not just answering for you, I'm helping all the other ladies also. And the other ladies, even if they don't have that question, it might trigger, you know, an awareness that they didn't have, and they're going to learn from the way that I answer your question. So always, always priority is to share on the group. Only when it's something really, really private, you're really uncomfortable sharing on the group, then you send me an email or you send me a WhatsApp. Is that clear for you, Basma? The method of communication. And then every week we have this video, which is another opportunity for you to communicate with me and to ask me questions. All right? Okay, ladies. Basma says, oh, great. Wonderful. Okay, wonderful, wonderful. I hope that everything is clear. I think all of you have all the tech issues figured out. Relax, breathe. This is literally day one of a lifelong journey. You're not going to have all the answers on day one or on day 10 or after 10 weeks. Every single day you're going to learn a little bit more. But the more you learn, the more there is to learn. The more you get to another level, the more there is another challenge. So relax into it and enjoy it and allow the process to happen and allow yourself to make mistakes and allow yourself to learn from the mistakes and allow yourself to be available for the coaching and available for the transformation. All right, ladies, have a wonderful evening and I will see you all again, same time, same place next week. Bye.